What is up, guys? Hopefully, sound's coming through okay. It's been a long time since I've went live, so the family's out of the house, and I had some extra time, so I thought, what the heck? We'll just do a quick rye tasting. I will jump on and say hey to everybody because my life's just been absolutely crazy with my wife finishing cancer treatment. I had a daughter graduate college. I got another daughter graduating high school, getting ready to go to the University of Illinois. We're getting ready to have my daughter's wedding in about 4 weeks in North Carolina. And then we've got to get her moved to North Carolina. And then we're moving. And so life has been crazy. This is totally last minute impromptu. So I don't expect a lot of people to jump on today. But for those that do, you'll get a nice little rye tasting. We're going to taste through Old Ezra 7 rye. And I thought what I'd do, since some of this blend is the 51% MGP mash bill, we would taste it against the Smoke Wagon Bottled and Bond rye. That's the 51% mash bill. And then I also had picked up Cream of Kentucky. I'm probably not going to review this, so I will taste it for you guys today. And then 13 Colonies sent me their rye a while back, which I never got to review with all the craziness in my life. So I thought I'd do that. But before I do any of that, well, let's get a pour of Old Ezra 7 rye here. This MSRP is at about $80, and I just reviewed it today. So I will say hey to all you guys in the chat in just a bit. But what I wanted to do, you guys know my wife just finished all of her cancer treatment, got her last surgery. She's doing phenomenal. She's all in the clear. I wanted to give 2 shout outs because I don't know what's going on, but man, we have so many friends being diagnosed with cancer, and these aren't people in their 50s and 60s. These are people in their 40s. So there's definitely, I don't know, something going on. I know my wife's, they ruled, was environmental. One of our good friends, Megan Stewart, was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had a double mastectomy, and she is given the all clear. So I wanted to give her a huge shout out. Cheers to her. We are Robert, Megan. I'm thinking of you. My wife and I are praying for you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad you got it taken care of so quickly, and got that knocked out, because I know how scary that is. So cheers to you guys right off the bat. And then Eric, my buddy Eric, and his wife Kim. Kim was diagnosed with breast cancer a while ago, and she was given the all clear right about the time my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. And we got news today. They posted, or our news earlier this week, they posted and let everyone know that her cancer is back. So we are thinking and praying for you guys. And man, it just goes to show, guys, how common this is. And it's one of the reasons why we wanted to start Barrels for Hope, our charity organization, which has been doing amazing. We're sold out of memberships, but if you guys want to join, we have a $5 tier. You can go join Barrels for Hope. And it's just our barrel pick club, but it's an idea I had when my wife had cancer. We're sitting there wondering why, God or whoever's in charge of this whole thing made the last year of our lives so difficult. And then, we ended up turning this difficult, horrible thing into something very, very positive. We created a barrel pick club where 100% of the proceeds go back to charity. And we have an amazing board, and we've got 7 board members. Our treasurer is amazing. He just did a cost analysis, and we're going to be able to donate a lot of money at the end of the year. I'm talking 50,000+. So that is super exciting. We hope to see this thing continue to grow. But it just goes to show you guys how amazing the whiskey community is. And there's some other things I want to let you guys know of coming up. But we'll do that as we taste through these. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday afternoon. Let's see. We'll get a couple people in the chat. Daniel's here. What's up, buddy? He says, like, I needed something more to distract me at work. I know. I just kind of did this last minute and thought, I haven't been able to do a lot of reviews, although I did. I did shoot 3 reviews today, and I have my in-laws coming over tonight, so I can't drink too much because I don't want to. I don't want to be a fool when they get over here. Dan Grayson, what's up, man? He's with Daniel, and then Bourbon Neophyte is in the house. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to all you great whiskey people watching. Have you guys had Old Ezra 7? I think they released like 3,000 cases of this. The proof on it is 114. Man, it smells really good. When I first opened this, I wasn't crazy about it, but anytime I do my reviews, I try not to do them on a fresh crack. I'll open it, taste it, let it sit for a little bit, and then come back to it, see how I feel a second time. And then usually about third time I try it is when I will do the review, because, you know, who knows what I've eaten that day, how my palate is. And this was, it was just okay to me the first time I had it. And when I shot the review today, man, it scored really well. It's really nice. But it's 114 proof. As you guys know, it's Lux Row was purchased by MGP, now Ross and Squibb. So this is bottled and distilled in Indiana, not Kentucky. It's a blend of their 51% rye mash bill and their 95.5 rye mash bill. So notes on it. On the nose, very like dreamsicle, kind of orange, vanilla, really rich caramel. On the palate, man, those of you, if you're watching here in the Rusty Water group, the A1 group, our local group, I did a High West pick that was finished in Manhattan barrels. So I had a lot of orange notes. In fact, we named it Orange Springs last year. This tastes so much like that, but just richer and more concentrated. It honestly tastes like a Manhattan. So if you like Manhattan and you like those those candied orange notes, this is the bottle for you. It's really nice, man. I'm so shocked it scored as high as it did compared to the first time I had it. Really rich, great body on it. It's got a great texture, really creamy. Man, this is a rye you guys should be hunting. It's fantastic. It's really good. Let me taste it against this Smoke Wagon. I think they're about the same price. I can't remember what I paid for this Smoke Wagon rye. It's bottle and bond rye. I think it was about 70 or 80 bucks. This was right at 80. This doesn't even smell like anything compared to the Old Ezra. On the nose, the Old Ezra's got it beat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's okay. That's not interesting. It's got a good finish on it for 100 proof. There's just nothing there compared to the Old Ezra. There's nothing there. I don't even need to taste this anymore. If you're local near me and you want this bottle, just let me know. I don't think I'll be going back to that one. This Old Ezra, though. Oh, that's good, man. That's really good. There's also a really nice tobacco note on the back end of that. Finish is really nice. Charcoal mellowed, like all Old Ezra stuff is. It's just got the right amount of fight in it. Doesn't fight you too much, but fights you enough. I really, really like this. If you see this bottle, I would hunt it down. You guys will see on my review, but it was good. Let's see who else is in the house. What's up, dude? Cheers, man. Bourbon Neophyte. I agree with you, Lance. I try to judge a pour until the bottle has a chance to open up a bit. I drink 2 pours and leave the bottle for about a week, then go back. Yeah, man. Had I done a fresh crack and reviewed this for you guys, it wouldn't have been near as good. This is fantastic. And you'll see, I've got some more reviews coming out. So Thank you all for all of you guys that stick with our channel. I was doing pretty good about posting 2 videos a week until we had all our craziness in our life, and the last couple months have been very hard. This year has been very hard, and honestly, there's just not, I don't know, man, there's just not a lot coming out that I'm super excited to review. And I'm not chasing views, I'm not chasing subscribers, I'm not chasing any of that. I just do this because I love it. So I know that's not great for growing a channel, but I don't know. I just don't, I don't want to do that. I just want to review stuff when it comes out, and know my community. Knowing you guys is the most important thing to me. And getting to know you, sharing whiskey with you guys is the most important thing to me. I don't care about the subscribers. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about Patreon. I mean, I have Patreon and it's great, and it gives me a chance to know you guys more intimately, but I don't care if I'm making $2 on that. I just appreciate you guys supporting the channel. So yeah. So if I go a couple weeks without a review, I'm okay with it, but I try not to. But this year has just proven impossible to get regular reviews out. So I appreciate you guys that are here. Let's see. Agree, don't judge things on the first crack. Daniel says he can't get into Smoke Wagon. So yeah, it depends, man. Smoke Wagon is really hit and miss for me. The uncut, unfiltered, some batches I'm insanely in love with, and then some batches taste young and grain forward to me. You guys will see I'm coming out with a review on the Winter Oak. I think there were only 1,500 bottles, and yes, I opened my bottle, and it's really good. But that being said, it's a $150 bottle. It's very MGP-esque, and even tastes a little bit like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but at a lesser proof, and doesn't fight you quite as much as Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. But for the money and for the scarcity, if you find a Nashville Barrel Company pick, for $80, I would go with that all day long over the limited and rare release blends that Aaron Chepanik's doing. So yeah, I agree, Daniel. It's kind of hit and miss for me. If I don't find it, I'm okay with it. So Erica, what's up? Happy Friday, y'all. Yeah, man. I got the in-laws coming over, so they're actually doing a test run on all the girls' hair for the wedding coming up. My daughter's getting married in less than a month. So that's one of the things that's been really sucking up all my time. So, all right, let's get into Cream of Kentucky here before I tell you guys about the next piece of news. So have you guys had this Cream of Kentucky? This is the Bottled and Bond. This is a Jim Rutledge brand. So I think this was, I don't know, $80 to $100, 100 proof. I'm always really, I don't know. I have a hard time pulling the trigger on these two. So that's why I thought I'd jump on and review these for you guys, or taste through them real quick and just let you know if it's something worth chasing. The old Ezra 7, man, you guys chase that one down. So let's see on this Cream of Kentucky here. Totally different nose than the old Ezra 7. Now this is more grain forward. This is definitely on the nose. On the nose, there's a little bit of youth coming through. In fact, if I was smelling this blind, I would think this was craft whiskey. This definitely tastes like craft. I don't have my glasses on. Let's see here. Straight rye whiskey bottled and bond is 100% rye whiskey that is estate grown, distilled, aged, and bottled by the Kentucky Artisan Distillery located in Crestwood, Kentucky. Boy. It says double rich in quotations. Bourbon Neophyte. Smoke Wagon Rye is sitting on the shelf here in Las Vegas. It is a so-so bottle. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This one, the Bottled and Bond, I am not a huge fan of. It just, especially next to the old Ezra. Now I have the uncut, unfiltered, back on my bar. I would try it, but I can't try too many whiskeys today, guys, or I will be falling over when my in-laws get here. That would be bad. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the nose on this cream of Kentucky. The palate's a little bit better. Boy, the palate has a lot of tobacco notes. When you walk into like a cigar shop and you get that sweet tobacco, which I love, but there is like threaded in that is that craft note, that fresh cut wood, the grain. Some people describe it as like hay on a barn floor, that kind of thing. That's in this just a little bit and almost a little bit too much. If it's in there just a little bit, I'm fine with it. But that is a note I have noticed that some people don't pick up on at all. And if they don't pick up on that note, they love a lot of that, a lot of craft distilleries. The note stands out to me for some reason on my palate so strong that it just really turns me off. I know immediately, and I just don't like it. It's like if I cut a 2x4 and threw sawdust in my mouth, that's the note I get, and I just don't like it. And this has got some of that. Boy, it's grassy. Man, this is grassy. Grassy, a little youthful. Man, if it's like almost there, like the tobacco note, I love, but this is like grass to me. I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm not digging this cream of Kentucky at all. The texture's good, the body's good. I just don't like the notes I'm getting. But, some people might be super okay with it if you don't get those notes like I do. Urban Neophyte, smash that like button. Yeah, man. Go for it. Cheers. Appreciate it. Dan says, congrats to your daughter and family. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. We have had an insane year. But it's almost over. We're getting ready to move. July 7th, we are moving. We've got my daughter's wedding in June 16th, and then we move July 7th. And when we're moving, we have I'm going to have a designated bourbon room. So I'm going to be able to do regular live streams for you guys. I'm going to be able to do regular reviews. The problem now is this is one of my living rooms that you're seeing. And so when family's here, the house we're in right now is about 1,800 square feet. So it's not very big. And on the other side, just right there is a dining room, kitchen, and then we have one more living room, and then the bedrooms are all in the back of the house. So it's really hard for me to shoot when family's home. And I have, a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old at home right now. So people are coming and going all the time. So I have to carve out time when I can shoot. And then this is one of the living rooms. So I got TVs right there, and then I have a bar here. And then I have to set everything up every time I do a video and tear it down. So our new house is about 2,700 square feet. And I have an actual study that I'm turning into a set and a bourbon room. And I can't wait. I cannot wait, guys. It's going to be so nice. I'm going to be able to do reviews for you guys regularly and live streams. And so I'm so excited about that. It's going to be awesome. Because everybody's been asking me what's going on. But really the biggest thing that's been going on is just getting Barrels for Hope launched. And I can't thank, if you guys aren't subscribed to Stuff and Whiskey, you should be. If you're not subscribed to Dusty Dan, you should be. Those are two of my partners in Barrels for Hope. I contacted them when I had this crazy idea, and then we signed on some more board members, and it has been an amazing project. We have got such great feedback. We've already bought 4 of our 6 barrels for the year. So we've done 2 Elijah Craig barrel proof barrels. The first barrel, I can't name the distillery, but there was a distillery fighting over this barrel, and and one of the people overruled somebody. So we got the barrel. We got this amazing barrel. It's 118 proof. It is so fantastic. Then while we were there, they brought down a short barrel for us from the top floor. And this short barrel I can lift with one finger. There was so little bourbon in it. And Heaven Hill was so gracious. They reached out to, I think, Ohio, and asked Ohio if Illinois could have one of their allocations, because Illinois had already bought all the Elijah Craig barrel proof barrels that they could get. And Ohio gave it to us because, of the charity organization and the donations that we're getting ready to make. So we got a short barrel that's 130. It's about 134 proof. About, I would guess, 70% of that barrel is evaporated. It's going to be like nearly 11 years by the time we get it. And oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I cannot wait to get that in the hands of our Barrels for Hope members. Then we went to Hard Truth, and we did one of the first barrel picks from Hard Truth. So if you haven't had a Hard Truth, you need to check them out. Hard Truth Rye is better than any of the ryes I've tasted tonight by far, and they're using like 2-year distillate. It's insane. But we went there and we picked one of the most unique, crazy, cool ryes I've ever picked. It was a great experience. And Brian, the master distiller there, who I've became good friends with, they just rolled out the red carpet for us. We met with the owners of the distillery and just had a wonderful day. Got to take a lot of our members on that pick, and I feel bad because we kind of ruined barrel pick experiences for them. They'll never have a barrel pick experience like the one we gave them. But that is coming out. We named it Grandma's Gravy because it had, I don't even want to tell you the notes, because the notes we were picking up are so crazy. You can go watch we did some vlogs on Barrels for Hope channel on YouTube. So if you guys want, you can go check out those reviews or those vlogs and see the notes we gave. But I cannot wait. We get that barrel in July. Then we went and did a Maker's Mark pick. And we named that Fruit Gate, if you can guess what it kind of what we're playing with there. But it's great. It's going to be amazing. Our fourth pick is going to be a Middle West pick, and we are doing a Pumpernickel Rye. Super excited about that. Because if you have not had Middle West Pumpernickel Rye at cash strength, you guys are missing out. A lot of people don't know about it, but it'll blow you away. So we are getting very unusual, unique picks for our members that, there's a lot of YouTube channels doing barrel picks through all these online places. And they're all kind of the same. But due to the graciousness of A1, a store I'm really good friends with, and I have a good relationship with, they do about 53 picks a year, and they have donated 6 barrels to our charity organization. So we buy 6 barrels, and then we get to distribute those to our members. So it's a great thing. And then all the proceeds go back to charity at the end of the year. So that is what I've been hyper focused on this year, is getting that up and running, and it's been fantastic. So let me see who else is in the house here. Saucy Shane, what's up, man? If you haven't subscribed to him, go do so. All right, let's check out 13 Colonies. 13 Colonies sent me their bourbon, their rye, and then their double barreled, their double oaked bourbon. Their double oaked bourbon was fantastic. Many people were calling it their bourbon of the year. Don't go crazy. It's not bourbon of the year, but it's very good. And for how young they are, what they're doing, that is an amazing bottle. And at $80, you should definitely try to seek it out. But some people were saying it's better than I don't know. I heard one channel say it was better than George T. Stagg. It's like, settle down. It's good. It's not that good. I did a review where I tasted it against Parker Heritage Double Oaked and or the double barreled, and it didn't hold a candle to that. But that doesn't mean it wasn't good. It was still really good. So, all right, let's get into this 13 Colonies here. No, the nose is pretty nice on it. Smells a little young. I don't know what the age is. I don't know that they say. The proof on this is 95, and this is their own distillate. Oh, speaking of charities, one thing I wanted to let you guys know is that if you haven't subscribed to Shelf Turds, go do so. David and Kira are amazing people. Their channel, I think now it's called thewhiskeychannel.com. Most of you that are here know them. But they did a benefit for my wife and I when my wife was diagnosed for cancer. And at first, we didn't want them to do anything. And they said, basically, shut up, let us do something for you. And the Whiskey Tube community came through in an enormous way. And in one night, they raised 12 grand for us to help us because, we have insurance, but we were going back and forth to chemo treatments, and I only get paid when I'm at work because I run a gym. So there were a lot of costs involved, and everybody in the Whiskey Tube community helped us immensely. And that was one of the reasons why Barrels for Hope was created. I sat there and said, well, I've got to pay it back somehow. How am I going to pay it forward and help people who have helped me? And one of the things that came to my mind was the idea for Barrels for Hope, and that's how it was born. And without you guys, without helping us, it would never would have happened. Without David and Kira, because they kind of spearheaded the whole thing. Well, Kira's dad has cancer, and now they need our help. So tomorrow night, May 20th at 6 p.m., they're doing a variety show, and a lot of channels have jumped on and helped them. If you just go to, if you search Shelf Turds or I think whiskeychannel.com on YouTube, you can find the link in their live streams. Make sure you guys go visit them tomorrow at 6. There's going to be a lot of great channels. It's a super fun time. They keep it upbeat, but we need to help our community members. That's what this whole thing is about. Barrels for Hope, I would love to be able to donate a bunch of money to them from Barrels for Hope, but we can't donate money until the end of the year till we know what our end goal is. So since Barrels for Hope can't, I'm donating money. I've donated some bottles to help in their charity. It's for Kira's dad. So if you guys want, go help them out, support them. They are wonderful people. And her dad needs all the support we can give him. So this cancer stuff, guys, man, it just keeps rearing its ugly head. Sucks, man. Sucks. But all right, let's get into 13 Colonies here. Oh, you know what? That rye is not bad. Doesn't taste crafty. Definitely not as crafty as the Cream of Kentucky. Honestly, I think I like the 13 Colonies rye better than the Cream of Kentucky. Interesting. I was not expecting that. It's really good. Yeah, it's not super complex. There's nothing off-putting about it. There's nothing spectacular about it either. I guess I was expecting to not like it since it's younger and a craft distillery. But actually, that's not bad. I don't know what the cost of this is because, in all transparency, 13 Colonies sent me this to review, which I haven't done yet. And normally when I get bottles, guys, when distilleries send me bottles, I always tell them up front, look, if I'm going to give it a bad review, I probably won't review it unless it's a bigger distillery. But a smaller distillery, craft distillery, they're still trying to figure stuff out. I don't want to crap all over their brand. It's hard for them to compete with the big boys. So I usually will just say whether I think a craft distillery is promising or not, rather than give it a review and give it a bad score. This is very promising. I think this is very promising. Southern Rye Whiskey, 13 Colony Distilleries. Since they did their double oaked, they've grown a lot in popularity. Now this rye, there's nothing crafty about it. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's just not that exciting, but it's not bad. That at cask strength or a little higher proof, I think would be wonderful. If you could put the tobacco notes of Cream of Kentucky in this and give it a little more viscosity and weight, then we're talking. Right now, it's just okay. It's just But for a craft distillery, that's fine. I think that's really promising. So let's see. Eric Powers, cancer sucks. Had it when I was 15. Oh my goodness, Eric. Wow. I'm not sure how old you are now, but man, way to fight, brother. Way to fight. Wouldn't want it for anyone. Yeah, man. You know, that's the thing. When my wife got cancer, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew we were in for a rough ride. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. And my wife basically got kind of the best diagnosis you could get, and everything went perfect. But even though everything went perfect, it was 14 months of our life, and it wasn't easy. And it was so hard, man, for everybody in the family. It was so hard. And I can't even imagine when you have a more serious diagnosis, how hard that is, what you're going through. You have, some people who you think are going to call you, don't call you, probably more because they don't know what to say or how to act, or they, it doesn't have anything to do with them not caring for you. But that's kind of what you feel like sometimes. You're, feel like, why aren't these people contacting me? It's a whole, I'm just so empathetic to the wives, the husbands, the family members, everybody that has to deal with it. So much harder than people realize until you go through it yourself. You just can't imagine what all takes place in a year minimum of your life. So, all right. JCB said 13 colony, about $46. All right, that's a good price for that. If I paid $46 for that, I'd not be mad. That's a good price. So, all right. Last bit of news I wanted to give to you guys is Whiskey Mash, our whiskey festival, which is held with A1, will be September 9th. And it's going to be from 5 to 9. Last year, for those that were there, amazing time. We drank all the Michter's 20 you could get. It was Michter's 20, Heaven Hill 17. I mean, we had amazing bottles. If you guys have ever been to whiskey festivals, in order to get some of those pours, you have to sprint to a booth and get in line. And you might be lucky enough to be one of the 24 people that get a pour. We had so much whiskey to drink. It was crazy. And I think this year is going to be the same. I've seen, a little bit of the list. So, I put, Narav A1 Liquors puts on Whiskey Mash. I'm the sponsor for it. So it's Whiskey Mash, with A1 and Whiskey Tornado. We do a live stream from the event. And just, it's fantastic. So I'm super excited. September 9th for you Patreon members watching, or that watch this later. That will be the meetup this year. So I would go get your hotel rooms if you're going to come to the meetup. There's going to be some fantastic whiskey. Brad, what's up, dude? Brad said lost his dad to cancer. Yeah, 3 years ago. Oh, sorry, bud. Yeah, I lost my dad to liver cancer about 10 years ago. So, Brian Rasky, what's up, dude? Heaven Hill 20 this year, hopefully. Man, I hope so. Let's see. I think I posted in Patreon the bottles that I know are going to be on the list. Let me see if I can find that real quick for you guys. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here. Okay, so I know we've got, Brian, you're going to be happy. Heaven Hill 20 is going to be one of the bottles if you're a VIP member. So right now we've got Heaven Hill 20, Old Fitz 19, Parker's Heritage Double Barrel, George T. Stagg. If you guys haven't had George T. Stagg 2023, oh my God, that was probably my favorite pour of last year. 2022, sorry. George T. Stagg was my favorite. Eagle Rare 17. Those are a few of the bottles that are going to be there. So yeah, Brian, you ought to be very happy. And if you were there last year, so we got a lot to drink. So Brad Key, Whiskey Mash has best whiskey lineup I've ever seen. Yeah, man, people are sleeping on it for sure. Yeah, and Daniel says discount till the end of the month. Yep. So there's a $50 discount. I don't have the link. Shoot, this is bad planning on my part. Daniel, if you have the link, post the link. If people want to get tickets, I know there aren't that many people on now, but people will watch this later. So, I just don't know the link right now. Oh wait, I've got it. Brian said VIP is the way to go. Yep. I already had one of our Patreon members contacted me and he's like, what do I get for my $50? I was like, dude, you're going to want to do the VIP. Trust me. And he ended up getting general admission. I was like, you're going to be sorry. You're going to be sorry because last year when we went in, man, we had Michter's 20, Heaven Hill 17, all the Old Fitz decanter bottles were there. And then a crazy lineup from Buffalo Trace. It was awesome. We had a good time. So, all right, guys. So of these 3 or 4, if you count Smoke Wagon, I would definitely say Old Ezra 7 is my favorite. And I almost gave this a bunker worthy score today in my reviews. So it's really fantastic. I would chase it down if you can. I don't know if these are still in stores, but I found this on the shelf at Harvest Market here in Champaign. But I know it was allocated, so I'm not sure. So that could go in our Rye of the Year running since I found it on the shelf. But anyway, I think that's all today, guys. I just wanted to hop on real quick. I love you guys very much. Thank you guys for all the support. Again, huge shout out to Megan Stewart and Kim Pilashowski as they are fighting cancer. We love you guys dearly. Shout out to all our Patreon members who support the channel. Love you guys very much. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick Rye tasting. In the future, like I said, once I get our new set up in our new house, July 7th, probably by late August, we will be doing these regularly so I can connect with you guys more. But love you guys very much. Thanks for all the support. Have a fantastic weekend. Cheers, everybody.